And Adam, what advice would you give to men who want to actively contribute to creating safer and more supportive environments for people who have experienced domestic and family violence?
It's about developing a belief and an expectation within yourself on where you would like to see yourself as a man, or where you would like to see yourself as a person who has character, who has the will and the temperament to be able to demonstrate to not only himself, but to his family, to his partner, to his daughters, to his mother, to his sisters, that this, I see you, this is how I would like to respect you, and that's how I want to live my life for the rest of my life, that you will be respected by me and others who are around me. I want them to see that I can demonstrate this, and that by my actions, you will see that this is how my female counterparts in my world are treated. And I have two daughters, and my wife, my attitude, my daughter's attitude to how I treat my wife is that they want their partners to be able to do the same. So they've grown up with that all their life. They've seen how I've treated their mother, and they want nothing less than what their father has done for their mother. So these are the things that you do. A lot of it is you see what you do what you see, and you see what you do. And I've been able to talk to a lot of men, persons using violence and saying, is this the way that you see yourself in future? Because I deal a lot predominantly with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander men, it's talking about their culture. I mean, in our culture, it's about becoming the warrior within. And as a warrior within, is this what they're expected to do in being a warrior? A warrior is protecting your family, protecting your wife, protecting your children, protecting your daughters. And you would make sure, as an Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander man, you would make sure that everyone around you knew where the line was and that they never crossed that line. And you'd want that for everybody in the world. We would talk about how, if you want to get the message across, how would you do it? Some have got the confidence to be able to speak out and be direct and talk to you, but some have to say, well, I want you to follow my lead. Look at what I do. And then I have a son, and my son, he is very, very respectful to his partner and very respectful to his daughter, and then protective of them. And that's how I want them to understand. He's seen that all his life, and they can feel confident that that's how they're going to feel for the rest of their lives. Can we do that as men who are warriors within? We'll always be protective of our partners, and we want to make sure that we're able to have that conversation out loud and feel that it's not something that we should hide behind it. Us wanting to be respectful to our partners is not something we should feel ashamed of. And that's something that I would say, if you're feeling ashamed of doing that, wanting to protect your partner, you have concerns about how other people feel about you, and that's not what you need to do. I think we heard that before from Antoine. You got to be able to be upfront, and it doesn't matter what other people think of you. You're going to be respectful and non-sexist to other women. That becomes it becomes an example to others, and that's what you should do. And that's what I've been talking about. Be an example to all.
I like that. Yeah, being the change first ourselves and doing that work ourselves in our relationships and role modeling that to others. And I'm wondering, Mike, if you want to build on that and what some messages you might give to other men who are going to start having these conversations or want to have these conversations, what they can do to create safer environments around them.
Yeah, it really does begin with that self-awareness of your own behaviours, but then fundamentally step in and listen to the conversation now. And certainly my personal experience was that triggered this for me was a work environment, but it's then what are you going to do about it? And so step in, inform yourself. There's lots of material to do that. If you're a reader, go and read. If you're a talker, go and talk to people and listen. And certainly for me, align it to your personal value set. We've all got personal values where you think about them consciously or unconsciously, but link them to your personal value set, because that's the kind of thing that keeps you centered in a whole range of different ways, and certainly for anything that you're going to do in this space. And continue to learn. And the most powerful piece from my experience has been talking and listening to survivors or people that have been impacted, women that have been impacted, children that have been impacted by domestic and family violence. They're really powerful stories to continue to drive yourself and continue to educate yourself and practice listening.
Yeah, I really like that idea, because we have talked quite a bit about how we would have those conversations, but these are things we can do in the background that aren't those difficult conversations. We can listen, we can get better educated, and we can better understand to be able to inform those conversations that might happen later. And I think that's an important thing to highlight, because being upfront sometimes can be quite tricky, and sometimes jokes and workplaces move quickly and we might miss our opportunity. But these opportunities for conversations don't expire. There is no expiry on them. We can say, hey, when we were working together last week and I heard X, Y, and Z, I've been thinking about that, and I know this now from what I've read and what I've looked into. And I'm wondering if you think any differently about that. And that doesn't lose its weight over time. We can have conversations with people about behavior, about our values, around how we treat women around us at any point in time. And sometimes it can happen really quickly in the moment and we miss it, but we can always follow it up.